much for joining me today. My name is Stephanie and I will be your yoga teacher for today. So this yoga flow is going to be a very deep stretch into our whole body. We're going to start in puppy pose. So go ahead and come down onto your mat and we'll start in a standing, kneeling position. And then we will slowly walk our hands forward and slowly begin to drop our chest down towards the ground. If you're just coming here, this may be a little tight. My shoulders are very tight. My handstand practice is getting the best of my shoulder usage. Either way, come on down and begin to bring awareness to the breath, to your body, to the thing that you have control over right now. We're going to slowly snake our way through to Sphinx here. So our elbows and forearms are about shoulder distance apart, and we are lifted in our chest. Gaze is forward, and of course we are smiling yogis here. Just puff that chest out, lifting through the shoulders. Nice little back stretch here. And we're going to reach around for the left foot. Try to maintain a lift in the chest so we're not collapsing here. We're staying lifted. And our foot is coming towards our booty. Breathe. Send that loving breath to those tight spots. This should feel really, really good. As always, while we're stretching today, there should be no sharp pains. Uncomfortable is not sharp pain. So find that edge and then stop. And release the left. Back to Sphinx. And we'll reach around for the right. And pull. Keeping that lift through the chest. Deep, deep, deep thigh stretch here. On days that I'm warmed up already, I can normally touch my booty. But I am not, and I am sore. So give yourself some grace. Be easy on yourself here. Go ahead and release. We're going to push up into an all fours position. And we're going to do some cat-cow. So hips over knees, shoulders over wrists, both about hip width apart. Drop that belly, lift that chest on your inhale for our cow. And we're going to exhale and round for cat. Just do a couple of these. Cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, round for cat. Inhale, cow, and lift. And exhale, round. Beautiful. We're going to tuck those toes. Just hover those knees, getting our core nice and engaged here. And release. Beautiful. We're going to step to the top of the mat to our forward fold here. So I want you to go ahead and interlace your hands behind your back. And let's go ahead and come into our forward fold. You can allow those shoulders to drop down, keeping that bend in your knees, almost getting your belly on your thighs. Allowing the head to hang nice and heavy here. Just a little sway, side to side. We're going to keep the interlaced hands behind our back. We're going to slowly begin to roll up to mountain pose with our hands interlaced behind our back. Chest is lifted. Now see if you can touch your palms of your hands together in the grip. And slowly go into a slight back bend if you can. Look up towards the ceiling. And fold. You can keep the interlaced hands and allow the shoulders to drop over again and sway left to right. Beautiful. Go ahead and release those hands and plant them on the mat. We're going to step back into plank. Hold for just a second. And then push back into our downward dog. So go ahead and give your dog a nice little walk here. Pressing through the right foot, lifting the left heel, and then lifting the right heel, pushing down the left heel. Just back and forth a couple of times here. First downward facing dog of the day. If it feels good, you can point all the toes to the right. Feel that stretch all down the side body. And point them towards the left, feeling it all down the left side. Beautiful. Come back to center. I'm going to sweep the right leg up, three-leg dog. You can bend that knee and take some circles if that feels good for you. If you're taking the circles, make sure that you reverse the circles and go the other way too. And we're going to step that foot in between the hands, lower down that left knee. And let's go ahead and inhale to rise up to our crescent lunge. So since we're stretching today, let's interlace our hands and put them on that right thigh and just kind of feel this pressure in our hips. Our left psoas muscle. And let's push back into our half splits. So make sure your hips are square here before you walk forward. Breathe. Send that energy into those tight spaces, allowing our bodies to know that this is okay. This is what we are here to do. Go ahead and come forward. Crescent lunge. And we're going to press back into our half splits again. Square them hips. Right foot is pointed towards the ceiling. Beautiful. And roll forward again. Plant the left hand. Tuck the left toes. Send the right arm up towards the sky. Revolve. Side angle. Such a nice stretch all through this right hip here. We're also revolving and opening through the shoulders. Beautiful. Go ahead and plant that hand. Step back into plank. Hold. And roll back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Walk those feet out again. And go ahead and inhale, lift three-leg dog with the left foot, left leg. If you took the circles, I challenge you to bend that knee and take the circles again. Remember, if you go one way, remember to reverse it and go the other way. Nice. And then go ahead and step the left foot through between the hands and lower down that right knee. Allow your inhale to rise you up. And go ahead and interlace those hands on that left thigh. Beautiful. Nice and tall here, feeling that stretch all in our left hip now and our right psoas muscle. Breathing and smiling yogis. And push back into our half split. So squared hips, left foot pointed towards the ceiling. Fold over that leg. And roll forward. Crescent lunge. And press back. Half splits. All right, we're gonna roll forward. Plant the right hand. Tuck the right toes. Yep, and send it up towards the sky. Beautiful. Feeling this all in that left hip now. Opening the chest. And plant the left hand down. Step back into plank. Hold. And push back. Downward facing dog. Go ahead and take the walk with the dog. Go ahead and walk your hands back to your feet. Roll up, standing. Let's go ahead and open up to a wide-legged standing position here. Feet are pointed parallel in front of the mat, or pointed towards the front. They are parallel. They are not pivoted. They're parallel. And we're just going to fold here. So go ahead, hands at the hips, and bend. Just go as far forward as you can go. If your head touches the floor, just bring your feet further or more together. And you can find stillness here. Interlacing opposite elbows, hanging left and right. Or you can interlace your hands behind your back and drop them down like we did in our forward fold. So Just take whatever feels good to you right here. Remembering to breathe love into all of those tight areas. And if your legs shake, just let them shake, and maybe even give your legs a kiss and say, thank you for showing up with me today. Beautiful. Oh, goodness, Yoda. And rise up. Hands to hips and come all the way up. Whew. Okay, buddy? He's so cute. Okay, so we are going to drop down to the right side Skandasana. Hands at heart center. And let's just go ahead and drop over. So here we are in our nice, beautiful Skandasana with my bracelet and necklace around my microphone here. It's so annoying. Okay, we are in our Skandasana on our right side. This is such a good stretch through our hips, our hip flexors, our legs. And we are going to go to the other side. So if you have to use your hands, please use your hands to guide you to the other side. If not, just slowly crouch your way over. Left side, Skandasana. We're breathing here. Sending love to the tight spots. All right, let's go over there. Over to the right. Nice. You guessed it. We're going to go back over there one more time. Beautiful. Very nice. Okay, you can go ahead and just sit back. We're going to take frog here. So if you have bad knees or pesky knees, or they give you problems, go ahead and get you a blanket to lay out here. The easiest way to come into this is to be in the all fours position and slowly spread your legs. Your calves should be, your shins should be parallel to each other. Your legs should be, or your knees should be at a 90-degree angle. You can sit up here like this, or you can come down to your forearms, or all the way down, just making sure that you have the 90-degree angle at your hips too. You don't want to be too far forward or too far back. And here, it's going to be required for you to breathe love into those tight areas right here. Beautiful. Slowly come up. Bring those legs together. And come sit down on your booties. Sit back and let's windshield wiper those feet or those legs, left to right. Whew. Counter that deep stretch that we just did there. Frog is one of my favorites. Those muscles are very, very hard to stretch. So when we get into frog, it's one of those positions you can kind of come in and stay in. Okay, so we're gonna do cow legs here. So we are going to be in a seated position. One leg is folded and our right leg is going to come over the left. So just pick it up and put it over there. Okay, so you could be here. This is cool. This is a good spot to be. If you can pull the leg over and try to get the knees to align is where we're coming with this. So go ahead and come to where you can be here. You can sit up nice and tall if this is plenty for you, or you can walk your hands forward in a little bit of a fold. Once again, I feel like the breath is required to get us through this. So instead of focusing on how uncomfortable this may be, let's just focus on our breathing and try to take our minds off of the discomfort. Slowly begin to sit up. Now to get to the other side, we're just going to do the fun little twisty twizzle as my teacher called it. So we're just going to peel ourselves up and spin around. And when we spin around, this is going to reverse the way that we had our legs stacked. How much fun. It's like a little child's play there, just like happy baby. Makes me feel like a kid again. So go ahead and sit up nice and tall. If this is where we are, this is where we are. Allow yourself some grace. If you want to go for a little more, just walk those hands forward. Once again, we are sending love, massive deep breaths to those tight hips that are probably crying for us to come out of this position. Mine are. So nice. Slowly begin to peel yourself up. You can release that left leg over. We're going to come down to our backs. Whew. Lay back, legs up towards the sky. So you can go ahead and drop the left leg down. So we're going to grab our right leg. You can just interlace your hands behind the thigh. And we're just going to slightly pull here. You can leave the bend in the knee, it's fine. Just pull on that leg. If you can reach your ankle, you can pull from the ankle. And if you can reach your foot, you can pull from the foot. And open it out to the right. You can put your left hand on your left hip to keep it down on the ground. Just breathe here. back to center, and then you can go ahead and bring your left leg up, and then we're going to drop our right leg down, pull on our left leg now. So same things, if you interlace your hands behind your thighs, just be here. This is a great place to pull from. Or you can be at your calf, maybe even your ankle, or your foot. Wherever you are, just pull at your leg towards your face. It's just the general direction it's going. Breathing love and acceptance into those tight spaces in the leg and the hip. And open it up, and you can take your right hand to your right hip to make sure it stays down there. Very nice. Go ahead and release, hug both your knees into your chest. We're going to do just a little spinal massage so you can rock right to left. You may feel this all in your glutes there too. Just slowly giving that back a massage, those glutes a massage. And then rock up and down, massaging through the spine here. Should feel really nice. And slowly, we're just gonna rock up, and we're gonna come into extended child's pose. So go ahead and take those knees to the outside edges of the mat, toes to touch, and send that booty back, and walk our hands forward, dropping the forehead to the ground. Beginning to slow everything back down, allowing it to come back to its natural rhythm. You are amazing. Stretching is one of the harder things that we do. Building muscle is easy and acceptable to us. But stretching and being in uncomfortable, difficult positions just makes us question it harder. So way to go. Way to get yourself more mobile. Mobility in the body is such a good thing for happiness, right? To have the freedom to move in our bodies the way we can. It's like cats and dogs, they stretch all the time. Every time they wake up from a nap, they stretch. It's like we forget that we're supposed to stretch to keep us and our ability to move, right? position here. Hands in our lap, sitting up nice and tall. The light inside of me acknowledges and honors the light that is inside of you.